On Blitz is Isabell Ikirt, the sophomore star goalkeeper for the Jefferson Lady Dragons. Thank you so much for being on Blitz. I really appreciate it. Let's just dive right in, going back to the state championship. Some unbelievable saves you made in PKs. How surreal was that experience in general?
It was a moment that I don't think I'm going to forget because you had the screaming of the bench, the people on the sidelines, just the saves in general. I was nervous, but yet excited.
And walk us through the PKs in general. What were your thoughts? Maybe if you can recount most of those kicks and what transpired in PKs. I know there was a lot of drama there at the very end, too.
At the beginning, when we finished our two overtimes, we knew that we were going into PKs. Coach made the lineup, and everyone around was cheering and telling me that I got it. And going into it, I saw our kickers lining up to kick, and I knew if they had it, I had it. The first one, I was just a little bit away from getting to it, so it kind of like got in my head just a tad bit because I knew I could have saved it, but I didn't. And so going back, I think, and I'm like, I got this, I can do it. The next one, I completely guessed the wrong way. And then the next two, I was like, okay, I have to get them. And then I did it. And then they called me back and told me that I had moved off my line. And there was a little bit of heated stuff. And then we came back and we did it again and we won.
And here we are. And I want to talk about your mental toughness because there's two things here. So one, Oconee scores getting near the end of regulation to tie the game up. Talk about your mental attitude to kind of put that one behind you and just focus on the rest of the game. And then also combining that with, like you said, they said you moved off the line early, so you had to redo that kick and relive that drama all over again. Talk about your mental toughness in those two scenarios.
I knew that going into this game, no matter what was going to happen, I needed to be sure of myself. And earlier in this season, that was something that I had struggled with and I needed to work on because I was always in my head and I always wanted to be perfect. But going into that game, I knew I had to believe in myself and everyone else did too. So being in the right mind and having only like 12 minutes left in that game when they did score, I had faith in the team that we could go back and get another one. And when it went into overtime and PKs and they called me off my line, I knew that I had it the first time and I can get it the second time, so I could do it.
Now, what made it more dramatic is being a rematch from last year in the state championship and facing your region foes in Oconee County. So talk about the thoughts, emotions, and maybe the message from Coach McCarty going into the game of how to face that familiar foe.
I knew when we faced them in region play, when we went up on them and we knew it was going to be a dogfight. And the coaching staff told us that give it everything we got, no matter what. And that's what we did, but the outcome was not what we wanted. We lost, and afterwards we were told that we were going to go back and we were going to beat them, and we did it. And
Talk about, was there a moment that you can pinpoint, maybe a game, maybe a practice, or just an individual moment where you looked at this team personally, and I know you had confidence all year of what this team could do, but was there a moment when you saw something and felt like this team really has what it takes to go all the way?
honestly, I want to say either the Buford game when we went all the way into PKs and we won it, or the Pinecrest game when afterwards we all sat down and we knew that we did not want that to happen ever again.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on your state championship, and hopefully let's do it again next year.
Storyblocks.